Webtoon family, how we doing today? I'm Webtoon King, and we are going over Chapter 2 of Hardcore Leveling Warrior. This is my review, but first off, we're going to get the art style out of the way. Obviously, the art style is amazing. We got a lot of panels that, even some black and white panels that I'm like, yo, whew. But my God, we're going to skip to the end of this chapter because, my God, there's a couple of scenes at the end that almost made me jizz on my pants. Now, if you guys get the reference, you get the reference. If you don't, you don't. Anyways, let's talk about the end of the chapter. Ethan was able to defeat the zombie snakes easily, by the way. But don't worry. We will be talking about the ass whooping that Snake went through, but let's talk about the end of the chapter first. So, due to Ethan being able to beat the Snake, he got a reward for being a Snake, and the reward was a high tier experience box, and it basically allowed him going straight to level 40, and you could see it because the way Ethan was happy about it, like he was basically saying, "I love leveling up," like it was some type of drug. But that's not all he got. The system also calculated all his points, which to me it looks like he got at least 1 trillion points. That's ridiculous. And all those points that was given to him was because he was the first one to be a SS rank monster, which makes sense. But we're stuck on the level he got, but that wasn't the only reward he got. He also got class change, which this was the main reason he came here for, was to get class change. And this is why I skipped to the end. This is literally why I usually start my reviews from the beginning to the end, or I talk about the main points and then go from the beginning to the end. But the reason I skipped to the end is because not only that he got class change, it also tells us this is crack. This is crack on cocaine. No, he's already got all his stats 99, basically mass out, right? Ethan is basically able to pick any class he wants. Did you guys hear me? Any class he wants, he's able to pick. And not only that, you know how some classes have like tests for you to do? You need to meet certain requirements. Well, Ethan doesn't have to meet any requirements. He can just pick any class. And that's the best reward, man. What the hell is going on? So Ethan is able to pick any class he wants, which made me happy because remember in pre-log video, I was telling you, even though I love the Lucky Coin ability, I was hoping that he was going to pick another playstyle, basically. And even Ethan mentioned it at the end of the chapter that he's trying to figure out which playstyle he's going to copy. So, I love it. I love this. And that's basically how the chapter ends. Him trying to contemplate what his ability is going to be, and to me, I can't wait to see what he picks. Now that we're done talking about the end of the chapter, let's talk about the middle portion of the chapter, and it's basically talking about the regrets Hardcore Leveling Warrior has now that he's officially back. When Hardcore Leveling Warrior defeated the group of snakes that was attacking him, we had a scene of him laughing his ass off. He was laughing to the point where I thought something was wrong with him. He went crazy or something. And due to him laughing so hard, he kind of fell on his ass, and Ethan he almost bit his tongue off. But while on the floor, we kind of get a like Hardcore Leveling Warrior inner thoughts. The reason that he gave up his power was to reset the time, but due to his strong feelings of like wanting to help his friends and shit, kind of like brought back this situation right now. So he's kind of thinking like, yo, is this destiny? Like, even though I gave up my powers, the universe still found a way to kind of like reset the time back to how Lucy Adventure was. So that's his old inner thinking. That's why he was laughing. He was kind of going crazy. He's trying to figure out what kind of joke is this where he gave up. He basically gave up being a god to reset time. Now, after all this heartwarming scene of him talking about his friends, about how he gave up his powers to like basically try to help them, Hardcore Leveling mentioned we get to see his experience of coming down here, and we also get to see his personality, because while talking about how he got here, how he paid, and once he started talking about the money he paid that swordsman that ran away last chapter, you just see him repeating that statement in his head, and that got him pissed. That got him pissed that he paid someone, and he basically ran away. So, you know, my boy, he's plotting his revenge on how he's gonna find that goddamn meathead who ran away last chapter. But this is when you see how evil he is. You just see him basically saying that he wants to kill him with a smile on his face. But then he said, nah, actually, what he actually said is, nah, I actually messed that up. He said something worse. He said he wants him to live. Basically saying he wants him to suffer the most. He don't even want him to die. Basically. Now let's talk about the beginning of the chapter. The snake ass whooping, basically. At the beginning of the chapter, we had the main character messing with the snake, basically asking him how many ass whoopings he wants. He's talking to the snake and asking him how many ass whoopings. But Ethan, like Hardcore Leveling, basically decided to, like, you know what? I'm gonna one-shot the snake. And we just see an amazing panel of him in the air and one-shotting the snake, where you can see the head of the snake kind of caving in. And not only that, we get to see a lot of the blood of the snake. And I never thought blood can look this good. But due to the experience of Hardcore Leveling, he knows that the snake is not dead, so he kicks the hell out of him and told him to get up, basically. He's like, yo, my boy, I know you're not dead. I fought you before. Now, this ass whipping is funny as hell, because eventually we see Ethan use a move called... He has a move to kill the snake. Like, this is what he kills the snake with. He calls a move, I can't even say this, it's too funny. Hardcore Leveling Warrior, Art of Unarmed Swordsman, Bird Flip. Now, at first, I was thinking like, oh, it's cool, the panel's cool. I didn't even notice that the more he was saying his technique name, the more he was flipping the snake. He basically flipped the snake and killed him with that as an attack move. But like I said, I love this chapter. I'll give this a 10 out of 10 too. I know I gave every manga review, well, not manga review, this is a webtoon. Every webtoon chapter I did for Hardcore 11, I've been giving it a 10 out of 10. I think the prelogue is the only one I give it 9 out of 10. But even that, I still gave it 10 for the art. But anyways, this is the end of my review. Did you guys have fun? If not, what the hell is wrong with your brain? You might need to go get checked out for CTE if you play football or wherever. Anyway, subscribe, like, and comment on your favorite part of the chapter. Anyways, Toon Family, we're out.